So it is the end of September here in Charleston, and this is my asparagus bed. Let's check out these little flowers before we see those. I forget what this is called, but they grow all over my property. So, asparagus. This is, I believe, a 1-year-old Mary Washington, and it is huge. About 6 feet tall. They are growing some sort of flower and/or seed here. Looks like flower. If you zoom down, you can see these. These are the stalks here. I'm just try to keep the weeds down with some cardboard, but it's going good. Some more. Let's see. Asparagus stalks. These back here are actually some almost 3-year-old crowns. Oh, look at that white asparagus. But probably 20 plants in this 8x10 raised bed. We'll see what we get in the spring. Alright, so I have cleaned up that asparagus bed. You can see all of the asparagus here. It's a good sized bed. I think it's 8x10. Let's see. I thought I planted about 20 plants. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 plants. What's crazy is this 1-year-old crown of Mary Washington is growing a lot better than the 3-year-old crowns. These guys I bought from something like asparagusroots.com. They were 3 years old. They're just not growing as well. But I have some strawberries over in my beds over here that I'm going to transplant to the asparagus. Let's go dig them out. Alright, so I have my asparagus bed here. Planted a few strawberries that I dug up from a raised bed that was falling apart, and basically mulching some cardboard right now. It's the start of October here in Charleston. I'm going to get these strawberries growing underneath of the asparagus, and it should provide a nice ground cover, help keep out the weeds. Strawberries. Yeah, working on this bed. Let's do a little time lapse. So, got my row of blackberries here. Basically, I'm gonna take these zip ties, pin them up so I could trim around the bottoms. Alright, so I've cut and weeded. I think I'm going to run up to the grocery store and see if I can get some cardboard to lay down to smother out the weeds, and then I'll mulch it. Ready for next season. Alright, so what I'm doing here is laying cardboard at the base of these blackberries, just kind of drowning out the weeds. Hopefully getting a lot of blackberries next season. The base of this here, this is sorrel growing. I think it's a sorrel. Alright, so let's check out what I have going on here. I have my row of blackberries growing. These are some sort of Indian Native American variety. I forget what they are. I'm not really good at keeping track of what varieties I have planted. There's a sorrel growing in here, trying to save that. Didn't cover it with the cardboard. And then I have a wax myrtle planted here. This is the north side of my property. So the wax myrtle here, it's a native nitrogen fixing, grows fast, so good for chop and drop. Makes a berry that the birds like later in the season, not when the blackberries are growing, not of them thinking about it. You can make wax from the berries, and hopefully I'm going to be trying to sell these in the future. Last year I started 50 from seed. I got all of them to take. But this is one of those plants that I planted last year. I have these grown throughout my property, just kind of as a hedgerow that I planted for free. Free's great. Yeah.